everybody, it's Jody again. I just finished my painting live on Facebook, and I realized, oh my gosh, I didn't do part 2 for the comic strip lesson. So here I am. I wanted to get that in for the kiddos. So 2 days ago we talked about creating a comic strip, and we talked about creating your characters and your setting. So here are my characters. I have this happy bird and a snooty bird, and the setting is on this tree branch. Okay, now I did talk about making sure that when you are designing your characters that they are simple, that you can recreate them in each of your scene, and you can recreate your scene, your setting too, because you put too much detail in it, and creating many frames for your comic strip, it can get really tiring. So you want to make it really simple, especially if you don't have like a device where you can trace, like a light box where you can trace. And if you have a light box, tracing the setting and tracing, the shape of your characters would be easier, and you can be a little bit more detailed in it. But this is just to give you just the basics of creating a comic strip and all that goes into it. So we have our characters. So this is my happy bird, my sweet bird, and it'll be taking place in on this tree branch. When you create your characters, you want to make sure that they're not going to stay looking like this through the whole time. They're going to have facial expressions, and with the facial expressions, it helps you're able to help tell the story without any words. So I'm going to pan over here. So here is this the first frame, the second frame. She doesn't look too happy that this bird came to fly by and sit next to her. The third frame, she decided, I think I need to move. Fourth frame, and I'm going to pan over to the other side. And here is the fifth frame and the last frame. So you can pretty much tell the storyline by looking at it. And I want to share with you some character facial expressions to help you. So when I created this class for my students, I went and printed out all these different facial expressions for your mouths, for your eyes. And if you want this, please email me or private message me on Instagram, and I will email you this picture of the facial expressions to help you. Yeah. You want to create a story with the expression before you even add words. So when you're creating your story, your storyline, I'll just pan down here. This is easier. You want to make sure that you have the beginning information. So the beginning information is here. It's your first frame. You pretty much can tell what's happening, where they're at, who's involved. And then as you start to get to more frames, you're building the middle part, which is the goal or the conflict. And so on this comic, there's actually 2 goals. The happy bird was trying to make a friend, and the snooty bird was just trying to get her own tree branch back. One succeeded, one didn't. I know, that's really mean, Jody, but I just wanted to do something funny. So the next, what I want to help you create is your facial expressions. So I'm going to sit here and we're going to draw. I'm going to draw a couple of designs for my birds. So I usually don't draw with pen right away. I usually do is draw with pencil, but because this makes it easier to see, I will draw with my pen. And I'm just gonna try and position this sucker down here. Sorry, I am just not good at this at all. Okay, it's gonna have to sit on my lap for now. Sorry, guys. Okay. So I'm going to draw my happy bird. She has her little feathers up here. She's happy, so you want to make sure her expression is super friendly. You might want to make her pupils just a little bit bigger. It's a girl bird, so she has some eyelashes. Sorry, you can probably hear my son, he's playing a game. Okay, and then she has this friendly little face. Like I said, I try to keep this really simple just because when I'm teaching, I'm recreating, and I just want to make it as simple as possible to get the story out. Now I'm going to make my snooty bird. And her nose is up. Her lips are pierced, whatever you want. Like, I'm too good for you. And her wings are down, like she just is. So everything about her behavior is closed in. And this bird everything's open. Like her wings are open, her eyes are open. It's showing that she's friendly, and this bird's just like, whatever. So when you're creating your characters, you want to make sure you use facial expressions to help tell the story, without telling the words, without writing words yet. And so these lessons are super short just because, I'm not live. I'm not in person with you. Usually when I have these comic strip lessons, they last about an hour and a half because we're creating together their comic, and we're talking about ideas and what their subject would be about. And I just have that I want you to work on your facial expressions for each frame, and make sure you're telling the story with the facial expressions and the body language, like I showed you here as an example. Like I said, I have these I can send over to you guys, and also I made a comic template. So if you would like to draw in these, you can. And just have your parents message me here on Instagram, and I will email these to you guys. You guys can print them out and use them and make your own comics. The kids love these. I couldn't print these out fast enough for them to create their own comics. And tomorrow I will bring out some examples of my students' comics, and to share with you guys just what I'm talking about keeping things simple, and able to recreate your characters and settings in each frame, and that they all look that they look the same, that they're not like completely different from the others. So you guys have a blessed day. Sorry this is kind of short, but I hope you guys have a great weekend, and stay. It's getting warm over here in Hawaii, so we're gonna try and stay cool without having to be at the beach. I'm so bummed, but you guys have a great day, and enjoy creating your comics. I will be posting some of mine that I've been working on this week, and you can see on Instagram what I'm doing. Okay, you guys have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.